Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, lords, merchants, priests, and citizens of Aurelia, to the ice-gripped mountains west of Geldorf, where Frigoberto and Anya, the Cityfeller, are leading an expedition to protect our borders from the parties of raiders and undead who seek to threaten our people. I am Marcus Aurelius, and this is Age of Wonders 3, a roleplay campaign where you, the viewer, gets to make the decisions. And you have made some decisions. First off, with regards to Frigoberto, it was voted on by the council that Frigoberto should improve his ranged strength. That received the most votes. And he will save this 1 point for the next one. Oh, one thing I quickly want to mention is that I'm going to wait another video before publishing the results of the vote. And the reason why is because it's only been a couple days since I posted it, and I want to make sure that everyone gets a chance to vote. I know not everyone can watch the episodes immediately as they're aired, and some, may be unavailable for a few days, so I want to at least give everyone a chance. Some of the votes are close, so I'd rather have more people vote rather than less. So we're going to postpone that for one more episode. I want to thank everyone for voting, and I want to mention that if you haven't voted, please do so. I'll provide a link to the vote down below. It's also in the previous video. And if you look at the comments of the previous video, you'll see a lot of the people running for offices giving a very detailed explanation of what they will do should they be elected. So I think that's kind of fun. Give it a try if you haven't already. Also, with regards to the gods of Aurelia, I felt like we should discuss this a bit. I'm seeing this kind of like the Greek and Roman gods, in the sense that there are numerous gods, and they all have different spheres. And maybe while the priests or chief supporters of one god or another might have a relationship based on animosity, it doesn't filter down to the population at large. So you don't have any type of large-scale civil wars between followers of one god and another. More like frat pranks, kind of, like where the chief priest of one religion will put a whoopee cushion under the chair of the priest of the other religion. And it's more like that. So the priests might be like, oh, well, my god stands in opposition to your god. But this is not taking place on the streets of Aurelia. Just like in the Roman Empire, you didn't have people who supported, Neptune, god of the sea, running around beating up people who supported Minerva? Was that the Roman version of Athena? But you get what I'm saying. So there's many different cults. They all kind of work in tandem. They all kind of do their own things. And there's not any type of real physical violence or warfare between them. So yeah. Anywho, one more thing that the council decided was what we were going to do in our cities. So, for example, in Geldorf, we have some troops to continue producing, but once that's done, the winner of what to do next is actually, well, believe it or not, it's more troops. So we're gonna stay steady in Geldorf, but in Aurelia, the winner by far was a temple. So after these two monster hunters are produced, we will produce a temple. Stone Wall received a lot of votes as well. So that'll be next. Excellent. All right. Moving quite along. The way this all works, I have to kind of keep an eye on everything. Okay, Drew's has a quest available. The dragons are always showing off about how powerful they are. No. We love you guys, but we are not going to be fighting dragons for you. Not at this time. We're simply not there. So we're going to decline. I know you'll be our vassal, that's cool, but we're going to have to decline this quest. Got our monster hunter, excellent. Archer in Geldorf. Expansionism has been researched, so our outposts will start to grow much faster, which is fantastic. Logistics would be great, but 18 turns? Are you out of your mind? Mounted Archer will get us closer to Phalanx. And again, Resurrect Hero, there's some support for that in the council, but I've been told that there is a Warlord spell that is, in fact, better. This one, I think, Phoenix Warrior. When a unit with Resurgence dies, it is resurged at the end of combat, if its owner is victorious. Now, the problem with this, though, is this only works, I think, if you cast a spell on the hero before they die. Or unit. It could be anything, I suppose. It's a great spell. I love it, but it's something you really plan ahead, whereas this can be cast after the fact. We're going to continue to upgrade our warriors, because Lord Frigoberto would very much like Phalanx at some point. Seems to be his kind of style. Alright. Preston Garvey is going to test his mettle against these bandits. Preston has actually a pretty solid army. We have the Berserkers, the Children of the Lattice Maiden. So the Berserkers are very tough. They're very strong. They imbibe this drink before they go into battle, which makes them go extra crazy. But it's also funny because they carry around little dolls with them of the Lattice Maiden. Because one of the spheres of the Lattice Maiden is insanity. And of course the Berserkers, being Berserk, are pretty insane. So these are all bandits. They're all ranged troops. So let's just engage them. And I've heard all the tactical advice about how, well, you should let them come to you so that you can blah, 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 get closer to them and do more attacks. But the thing is, these guys won't get closer to us. They'll keep shooting at us until we stop them. So we have to engage them ourselves. That's just the way of it. Point blank monster hunter attack. These berserkers, unfortunately, can't get close enough. But these ones can. It's interesting to me how that is. Alright. We have some Civic Guard. Some civvies pulling up the rear. They don't like the elves very much, apparently. Then we have Preston Garvey. When he's not busy defending settlements, he's out taking the field of battle. Nice. Well, that stunk. That was a flanking attack. These guys are running away. Alright, a lot going on here. So first off, we're going to engage these guys with these guys. Excellent. Next, our Civic Guard will finish off the scoundrels. These monster hunters are going to flee since they're incredibly damaged. Berserkers are going to engage these guys. And I'm pretty sure these berserkers can take a hit still. So we're going to finish these guys off. And then if these guys attack them with their ranged attack, I think we should be able to be just fine. Garvey's a bit too far away to be useful. Yeah, they even shot in a very poor move on the enemy's part, they shot our stronger berserkers. Let's let Garvey finish him off. Oh, Garvey wasn't able to do it. Well, these guys took a lot of damage in this battle, so we're going to give them the honor of finishing them off. As they charge with their giant swords, they scream for the Lattice Maiden. And we are victorious. Alright. So, many of the council wish us to take this watchtower, so Preston will head over and do that. Ignatius has a full stack of defenders now. You know what we're going to do? Actually, we're going to use our builder to do a couple things. First off, we are going to... We're going to build a road from Geldorf down to the berries that make you go fast. Oops, I forgot to build the actual road. Because that way armies that are moving between the two cities can stop by and get the berries. Oh wow, it adds +5 production as well. Although I don't think any of my cities are going to grow large enough to encompass it. That would be fantastic. We could build a fortress. We can build our own watchtowers, but right now I'm just focused on building roads. Let's just connect to this road here. Excellent. Soon the land of Aurelia will be surrounded by roads. Alright, Frigoberto and Anya need to finish off these bandits here. Doesn't look like they'll be able to do it this turn, though. Anya can do it, but Frigoberto is too far away to be part of the attack. So, but if they attack her, he can defend. So we'll stay like that. Gaspard desperately needs some more troops. In fact, let's give him this 1 unit of archers, since we are going to start building buildings again in Aurelia and not troops for the short term, whereas Geldorf is going to continue to build troops. We gotta tangle with these dragons at some point too, once our monster hunters come back. Oh yes, Surandi, our mermaid scout, and I'd like to thank Glitchy Yeti for enlightening us as to her true name. But now that Surandi has a name, I am more interested in keeping her alive, so we're going to bring her back to safety rather than try to risk her life against bone dragons and lich kings and all that good stuff to the west. Besides, while knowing what's around us is important, dominating the lands directly around us, I think, is more important. We have high elves here. Ooh, guardians. They look pretty rough. Are they blind? They cannot be flanked. They're like, so they're basically expert martial artists with pikes who use their other senses besides their sight to attack. What are they guarding? A mercenary. Lord Frigoberto might want to hire some mercenaries. And if we build a city somewhere around here, of course we'd have to terraform, because it's the iciness the humans don't like, but we could gain happiness to that city. That's an option. Alright. But enough talk. Now is not the time for talk. Now is the time for action. They are protected. Unlike the necromancers, they have a bit of a palisade protecting them. And they're going to use it to their full advantage. We must be careful. Wait, where the hell is everybody? Oh, there they are. I'm like, what? Where's our army? All right. Well, they can shoot over the palisades, but so can we. Not very well, though. All right, fine. So it looks like we're assaulting the camp from two sides. We've got Frigoberto and Satura on the southwest, and we have Anya, the Cityfeller, and her army on the southeast. We greatly outnumber them, but we have to be careful still because they are protected by the palisades. Doing a little bit of skirmishing to get things started. My only concern is that they might target one unit for direct assault. We're going to leave our cavalry back. Our swordsmasters are beefy enough that they can withstand anything. Although there may have to come a time soon where Frigoberto's personal guard gets upgraded from swordsmasters to knights, because they're not very fast. And Frigoberto needs some fast units. Oh, we can reach the target. Just not very well. Berserkers, let's just tear down that door. Nice. Oh, they're out of our range. Well, that's too bad. Anya? Anya's not one to sit back. She wants in right now. Yeah, sorry folks, that's not going to help you. Berserk! And Anya the Cityfeller. And she's in. She's behind these guys. They're getting really scared now. They know their time is done. Frigoberto charges to the front against the goblin scoundrels. Excellent work, Frigoberto. Satur the Dark. Her Spirit Ray is less effective against living units. And it's a testament to the skill of our archers that they're able to shoot through trees, over rocks and walls, and still manage to do a lot of damage to the enemy. Providing cover for our berserkers who are... There they are. I was like, they're going to miss. They're going to not break the wall down. But they did. Oh, don't you know that just makes Anya mad? In fact, she's going to finish you now because of that. And Geldorf is safe for now. Deeply hidden within the camp is a prisoner, a frostling ice shaper. This small humanoid creature resembles a goblin in many respects, but is blue-skinned and is attuned to the ice lands to the west. He wishes to join us. And Frigoberto is a cautious sort, but he also is open-minded and favors wisdom over aggression, so he is going to accept this auxiliary troop into his army to learn more about the Frostlings and their people. Perhaps there's a Frostling Empire out there somewhere. And a red raptor egg. Six turns left. What is it, though? What are you, Red Raptor Egg? 6 turns left. 6 turns of what? It's a common usable item. Can we use it then? We could sell it. We could give it to someone else, or we could drop it, but they're not letting us use it. Maybe we have to use it in battle. 6 turns left, though. Alright. So the west is clear. We should probably get a scout out there as soon as we can, but for right now, our armies are going to split up. And Anya is going to clean out this node. We got some mana from that. That's great. Preston Garvey is going to take the watchtower, as so many have asked. Although this unit of berserkers, or monster hunters, we probably should have sat out the battle. And of course, they're the ones that get targeted. Lord Frigoberto might have to expend some of his magical power in this battle. Not because it's needed for victory, but more because it's needed to protect our troops. Orc Impaler, Orc Warmonger, and Spearmen. Let's get rid of the Impalers. Except it was resisted. Alright, fine. Be that way. One thing about these orcish creatures is they are not fast. So we can give them time to come to us. They are strong, however. Perhaps Garvey's early victory caused him to overestimate his strength. Although he is well armored. Alright, let's do this. Civic Guard, you've fought demons and undead and dangers. You can handle some green-skinned humanoids. And one unit is down. Alright, let's move these guys back. Rain of poison blades? Rains down armor-piercing blades covered in poison? Attempts to panic a unit? Oh, yes, sir. Nice, Preston. I like it. They apparently have many ranged weapons, though. Even though they look like they shouldn't. Yeah, we could take them. First attack, they're down. Oh, wow. They survived. So did we, and we gained some experience. That's great. Preston. Excellent. Alright. Preston is proving himself to be an able commander, and we've taken the watchtower. We've improved some of our units. We haven't lost anything, although, unfortunately, it didn't provide us with as much as we had hoped in terms of vision. We haven't learned much that we didn't already know. It does, however, provide us consistency, so that if anything were to come into our borders, we'd be able to see it. Now, Frigoberto has one unit of monster hunters. Anya has 2, so really Anya should take out the dragons. Okay, Aurelia's produced a monster hunter. Now we're working on our temple. Geldorf is continuing to produce long swordsmen. And we're going to let Druze alone, I'm not sure. Geldorf, though, has grown into a town. We have to be careful, though, because now it encompasses the cave entrance, and we still don't really know what's down there. However, we now encompass these mana nodes that we have to clear out. So Geldorf can be a city that not only produces a good amount of gold, but also some mana as well. That's fantastic for Geldorf. Okay, we're going to come here. And now we're going to build a road to Geldorf. Except we can't. We can get close. Excellent. Our archer will go here and protect the city of Aurelia, along with Gaspard. It's not the best army, but it doesn't really appear like enemies are being generated to the east of Aurelia. It's mostly an area that we can exploit when we have a chance. Is there any that we're missing? There's this one across the water. But I don't see any others. We'll have to get some scouts out there. I'm going to produce 2 scouts in Geldorf just to check out the east and the northeast. Or west. Sorry, the west and the northwest. That'll be the plan there. Ignatius is still going to hang out here. I'd like him and his garrison, though, to be involved in the battle against these dragons, just so he might get some experience, which is important to him. So each gold mine is worth 10 gold. Each mana node is worth 10 mana. I think our temple is going to be doing us something in terms of mana, too. Yeah, 10 mana. So the temple basically functions as a mana node, but it also unlocks the production of priests and other units that will help us. So here's the situation, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of Aurelia. We have our 2 main cities. We have plenty of room here for a third. We probably should build a 4th here in the Winterlands to the west, or maybe up here. But now that we've eliminated the most immediate threat to the safety of our nation, we can bring our heroes back and clear out all of the areas around here that we have yet to do. Even maybe risk something spooky, like trying to take out this this legendary dungeon here. Maybe 2 armies can handle it. And it unlocks Enchanted Treasury. And if the city of Geldorf expands far enough to encompass it, which it will at some point, it will give us 30 production. So Geldorf won't necessarily only be the city of gold, it'll also be a city of industry, which is good. It can compete with Aurelia on that count. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Marcus Aurelius. I'd like to thank you very much for watching. Have a good one.